Hello again guys, I am Aries Reniel, but you can just call me AR, capital A and R. And welcome to my second vlog, which is reacting on a video from the net entitled The Down of the Net. This video contains the process on how the information on the internet disseminate to the receiver. While watching the 13 minutes video, I really learned things that made me realize that the process of disseminating information is like a cycle. But guys, allow me to first define the word internet. Internet is a global computer networks providing a variety of information and communication facilities consisting of interconnected networks using standardized communication protocols. If you are thinking why I define internet, is that because all the things that we are going to talk about for today's vlog is about internet. In the first minute of the video, there is one statement that really marked on my mind until I finished the video, and this is a new era where communication truly brings people together.
People and machinery are working together, realizing a dream. A uniting force that knows no geographical boundaries without regard to race, creed, or color. A new era where communication truly brings people together.
If it is because of the internet, well, I disagree. I don't believe that internet truly brings people together. Instead, it gives space for the people word togetherness vanish. In the video, there are things called the TCP packet, IMCP packet, UDP packet, the router ping update, and router switch. So, if you remember the word cycle I told you a minutes ago, I will reason it out now why I called it so. So, I called the process of disseminating of information as a cycle because when you click an IP address on the internet, the process will start when the information goes to IP packet and label it as a package. Second is the package are labeled including the sender and receiver address. So, when the labeling finish, the package will undergo to the router, which is the symbol of control in seemingly disorganized world. After undergoing to the router, the next step is the proxy that opens the packet and look for the web address or the URL.
Now exactly what happened when you clicked on that link? You started a flow of information. This information travels down into your own personal mailroom where Mr. IP packages it, labels it, and sends it on its way. Each packet is limited in its size. The mailroom must decide how to divide the information and how to package it. Now the package needs a label containing important information such as sender's address, receiver's address, and the type of packet it is. Because this particular packet is going out onto the internet, it also gets an address for the proxy server, which has a special function, as we'll see later. The packet is now launched onto your local area network, or LAN. This network is used to connect all the local computers, routers, printers, etc. for information exchange within the physical walls of the building. The LAN is a pretty uncontrolled place and, unfortunately, accidents can happen. The highway of the LAN is packed with all types of information. These are IP packets, Novell packets, Apple Talk packets. They're going against traffic, as usual. The local router reads the address and, if necessary, lifts the packet onto another network. The router, a symbol of control in a seemingly disorganized world.
Whoops, sorry about that. Let's go with this one here, this one here. This moves here, this one goes here. I don't like this one. Let's go with this one, this one goes here. This left, let's move with this one here. Another channel here. Let's put that one here. Let's put that one here.
There he is, systematic, uncaring, methodical, conservative, and sometimes not quite up to speed.
Sorry.
But at least he is exact, for the most part.
That's the one who's on. That goes there, that one goes there, that one goes there, and this one goes there. Well, another one goes there, that goes there. He's fine. Let's go there, that goes there, that goes there. He goes there. Let's put that one there.
As the packets leave the router, they make their way into the corporate intranet and head for the router switch. A bit more efficient than the router switch plays fast and loose with IP packets, deftly routing them along their way. A digital pinball wizard, if you will.
Here we go. Here comes another one. And it's another. Watch this, Mom. Here goes. Whoop, around the back. Hey, in there, in there, in there. Over the left, over the right, over the left, over the right. You got it. Here it comes. Right on. He shoots. He scores. It's going. Hey, wait. Here, watch out. Here comes another one. Oh, here we go. And it's gone.
As packets arrive at their destination, they're picked up by the network interface, ready to be sent to the next level. In this case, the proxy. The proxy is used by many companies as sort of a middleman in order to lessen the load on their internet connection, and for security reasons as well. As you can see, the packets are all of various sizes, depending upon their content. The proxy opens the packet and looks for the web address, or URL. Depending upon whether the address is acceptable, the packet is sent on to the internet. There are, however, some addresses which do not meet with the approval of the proxy, that is to say, corporate or management guidelines. These are summarily dealt with. We'll have none of that.
When it is acceptable, it is sent to internet. However, there are some addresses that do not meet the approval of the proxy, and that is to say, corporate world. For those who make it is in the road again, the next step is the firewall. It serves two purposes. The one is it prevents weather nasty things from the internet from coming into the internet, and can also prevent sensitive corporate information from being sent out on the internet. Next to the firewall is the world of internet, a spiderweb interconnected networks which expand our interglobe. Here, packet and router establish links. After the internet is back to the firewall, one by one, the packet is received, opened, and unpacked, and the packet is recycled and used again to put information into other IP packet, and the process repeat again and again. And that's the reason why I called it cycle. So that's all, guys. I hope you learned something on my blog. Once again, I am Aries Reniel, but you can just call me AR, capital A and R. This is my second blog. Thank you guys. I'm now signing off.